Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Mahalit, or I go by Zuri Beauty. Today I'll be showing you how to make Ethiopian dish called Doro Wot. It is the traditional Ethiopian dish and we typically have it during holidays. Easter is coming up, so I decided I'll make some Doro Wot. Please follow along to see how I make this dish. Now, I don't have a specific measurement or a recipe to follow. This is just kind of cooking from your heart. And the main ingredient is lots and lots of onions. Let's start with 8 onions. And I'm gonna go ahead and use a food processor. If we need more, we'll kind of see how much we need. And this is the main base. Let's get started. First and foremost, we're going to start with a little bit of coffee to get us some energy because this is going to be a labor of love. Cheers. The onions kind of got me, but we're gonna continue. I like to pulse the onions because I don't want it to be super fine. So I like to keep it a little coarse so it can have that kind of a meaty texture. Now that we have our onions prepped and I went ahead and cleaned out everything, I like to clean as I cook. Next, I'm gonna make my garlic and ginger paste. When we start cooking, I'm gonna put my bonnet on because it's already smelling like onions. I have my window open. It's gonna be very strong smell. If you like this kind of video, please let me know in the comments. Let's interact. I'm new to this YouTube thing and I'm actually recording with my phone because I have my Sony ZV-1, but I'm having a hard time transferring it over and editing. I like to edit on my phone right now. I haven't invested on a real editing app. So anyways, if you have any tips or tricks, please let me know. By the way, I'm gonna be using just this much of ginger. I don't want it to be too gingery, but then I'll be using 2 cloves of garlic. So it's gonna be really garlicky, but not gingery. Just a hint of ginger, okay? Alright, so it's 1:08 and now I'm about to start actually sauteing the onion, adding the berbere and everything. So if you know one thing, you gotta hide the hair. So I'm gonna actually go ahead and use my bonnet. Make sure my hair doesn't smell like onions. At least hope. Alright y'all, I changed into my shitty. This is what we call shitty. I look like some auntie. This is how you know the food's about to be good because I'm dressed for it. This is our apron essentially. If you're East African, you know what's going on. You know what's going on. I start by cooking the onions by itself without adding any sort of oil and just kind of let it sweat out. Then I follow up with adding some oil and I used a plenty amount of berbere. Now it's up to you how much you want to use. If you want it to be spicier, you add a little more, but if not, then you can be a little bit more conservative. I like mine spicy. And here's my boyfriend also cutting up some of the chicken and preparing it. Then after about 2 hours of just adding water and sauteing the onions, then I add my garlic paste. And I'm also going to be adding this cardamom and coriander seasoning just to amp up the flavor. And this is called mekalasha. We added at the end. So I'm actually going to go ahead and finish it off in the oven. I'll allow the sauce to stay in there for about 30 more minutes, and we went on our little mental health walk while that was cooking and came back to this beautiful deliciousness. We took it out of the oven just for a quick minute so we can add the chicken, and now we're going to set a timer for 45 minutes. I love the consistency here because it's not too thick, but it's also not watery. Shout out to my mom for actually helping me with this process. She's the one who's told me about just finishing it off in the oven. It actually makes a huge difference and I don't have to stand up and stirring the pot the whole time. So stay tuned to see the end result. Since I'm cooking it on low heat at 250 Fahrenheit, I'm going to be checking it at 45 minutes each time to see how it's looking, and it looks to be a little bit watery than our preference and the chicken is not cooked all the way yet. So I'm just gonna stir it and put it back in for another 45 and we'll check back in. Round 2 of checking in. It looks like we have that consistency we're looking for, and I have the egg going on the side. I'm gonna go ahead and add my makalesha and some butter to get that beautiful aroma. If you stayed to watch this video all this time, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I am pooped. I'm gonna go ahead and take a nice shower and call it a day. But I just wanted to do a quick reflection of Tsom so far. So I'm Orthodox Christian and we have been doing Lent for the past 55 days. I guess tomorrow will be 55 days. Tomorrow's Easter. And I have just been so tested in different ways, and I've had a fair share of struggles during this but it makes me really happy that tomorrow is going to be the resurrection of our Lord Jesus Christ, and it just makes me feel very hopeful and excited for the future. So as I sit here in silence on this Saturday preparing for Easter, it just gives me a lot of hope. And if there's anyone out there struggling with grief or just in general going through hardship in your life, just know that things get better. Keep that hope alive. If you're Orthodox Christian or just Christian in general or Muslim, whoever you are, and if you have a journey towards getting closer to God, I wish you well, and I hope that this dish is something delicious that you can share with your friends and family. If you enjoyed this video, thank you for sticking along with me. I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching, guys. Till next time, ciao.